all winter long. Come see us on Norman Station Boulevard in Mooresville.
Grow in your faith with biblical teaching from the Word of God. Listen to Pastor Steve Pope from Calvary Baptist Church, Sunday mornings at 9 here on News Talk WSIC, or listen on demand at WSICnews.com.
The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views of WSIC.
Good morning and welcome to Heart Mooresville, your small town radio show with a big heart. I'm your host, Christine Patterson. Good morning, co-host Don Smyle.
Good morning, Christine. How are you today?
I am great. The it's warming up. I'm feeling good.
I feel like Mother Nature is being a little bit schizophrenic lately, and I'm not happy about it.
Yeah.
Neither of my sinuses and my congestion and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's time to turn the page and get to spring, like consistent weather.
You know why I'm ready for spring? Because it's event season. We're heading into event season. All the things.
I cannot believe that Mooresville Day is a month away.
I know. It's crazy. Yeah. Well, lots going on, lots of events happening. We have two special guests today that I'm super excited to talk to. Miss Kim Atkins, Executive Director of Mooresville Downtown Commission. Good morning.
Good morning.
And
Thanks for
Megan,
having us.
yes, and Megan Morrow. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, we're super excited to have you here. You all have a lot going on. It makes me tired to think about all of the things that you have going on.
We're a little tired.
Yeah. Well, before we get into all of the downtown goodness, I like to keep our listeners informed about all the headlines. I scan the headlines, make sure everybody's just aware.
Don't let her lie. She's got a crystal ball. She sits in her office all day, conjugating over the.
I know all things. Yes. But I'm like to keep everyone informed for our In the News segment.
All right.
All right.
In the news segment doesn't happen unless there's music.
That's right.
Just a given.
So I was really amused by this story. So there's an 8-year-old boy. He's from Mooresville. His name is Chase Reynolds, and he's a BMX racer, the bike rider, and he qualified for Team USA.
Oh, wow.
8 years old. Chase Reynolds, he's gearing up to represent Team USA at the UCI BMX World Championships this summer in Copenhagen, Denmark. How cool is that? He earned a spot on the team during a competition in Okehely, Florida. Did I say that right? Okehely, where he showcased the skills that have made him a rising star in the sport. He races with the Power FX Speedco team. He made quite a name for himself in his short 8 years. He's been racing since he was a toddler. He has 2 national age group championships and 3 national rankings under his belt. And he's going to that UCI BMX World Championship, which is one of the most prestigious racing events that attracts top racers from all around the world.
Yeah, first of all, that's super cool. Kids today are they're just amazing.
Yeah.
With the skills they have at such a young age, whether it's skateboarding or biking or motocross or whatever. I enjoyed all of those things. I enjoyed riding my bike. Riding a bike as a kid is like one of the greatest memories ever.
Yeah.
Right? It's just that freedom. Before you got a car, the bike was the thing, right? It was the thing that allowed you to
Go do your thing.
Do your thing, right?
Yeah.
To go see your friends and go to the store and whatever. And so I still enjoy riding a bike to this day. And I will tell you quick, my wife and I were at the park the other day, and there was these kids. They were probably 8, 10 years old. And they were riding electric bikes.
Oh, wow.
And I just wanted to reach out and grab them and go, pedal!
That's a thing now.
Pedal!
Yeah.
Right?
But just the electric scooters, too.
Electric bikes. Yeah. I'm like,
they're cheating.
Pedal.
Yeah. That's getting those leg muscles.
Exercise.
That's right.
Oh, my goodness. But anyway, congratulations to Chase. That's amazing.
Yes, very cool. Congrats, Chase. Also, so I thought this was interesting because I hope this helps. I know I experience this a lot. So Iredell County Commissioners just imposed new restrictions on door-to-door soliciting. So the board voted on Tuesday unanimously to approve amendments to the county code of ordinances to address the concerns over door-to-door soliciting. The revisions were made in response to resident complaints by for-profit businesses. They now, under this new change to code, for-profit businesses will be prohibited from soliciting from dusk to 10 a.m. on Monday through Saturday, and then all day on Sunday. They're prohibited. Soliciting by business is also prohibited in neighborhoods and on property where signage is indicated that they cannot solicit. In addition, solicitors must obtain a permit before operating in Iredell County. It costs $30 and it's valid for 6 months. And then if they don't get that permit, there could be penalties. You can also complain about it if you see it, and to the sheriff's office. You may have to give a statement, but you can report it, and they may face a Class 3 misdemeanor and fines up to $500. Also, residents of several neighborhoods previously complained to commissioners about aggressive solicitors that were, coming to their homes in the evenings, that were looking through windows to see if people were home, targeting elderly neighbors. The new amendments will take place on March 1st, but nonprofits, schools, churches, charities, those are exempt from them. We're just talking about for-profit businesses. So what do you think about that?
I have to say from personal experience, first of all, who at this table, show of hands, has had a solicitor come to your door and you just ignored it?
Me all the time.
They ring the door, they knock on the door, you pretend you're not home, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Right? I mean, we've all done it. I actually have no soliciting signs on my mailbox and on my door, and some people can't read, and they still come up to the door. And I say very politely, you see the sign, right? And I don't like to be aggressive with them because I know some of them are kids like that have been hired to go out and try to solicit, repairs in your home or whatever it is. And so I don't want to, get mad at them.
Yeah.
But at the same point, it can be annoying.
Yeah. I respect, because I've been in sales, and so I respect the people that come, and that's their job. They're there to promote the product. They're trying to find new customers. If they come, at a normal time, I'm happy to talk to them. I'm happy to hear them out. I really am. My husband says I'm too nice to solicitors.
I can see that.
Because I respect it. I've been in sales. But when you come after dark or like in the middle of dinner time, that is inappropriate.
Right.
And you need to be considerate of people's time. It's
Or
just
you park in my driveway and just walk up and down the street to other people's homes.
Yeah.
And you just keep your car there parked for 40 minutes.
No, that is
Weird.
uncalled for. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. So I'm really glad they've done that. That, like I said, it goes into effect March 1st. So hopefully we'll see the changes, the positive changes of that. Well, if not, report it. I'll have to pay $500.
Christine's lenient, but report to them.
Right. Talk to them, but report them. And then last story, got a lot going on with the local schools. So Mooresville, a local Mooresville lawmaker, Todd Carver, who represents the District 95, which is the southern part of Iredell County, covering Mooresville, Lake Norman area, they're trying to help North Carolina schools fill the vacant teacher spots. So we know that there are a lot of vacant positions. Both Mooresville Graded School District and Iredell Statesville schools have both expressed concerns over not being able to fill those positions. He will present a bill to the General Assembly that will allow retired teachers to return to work without affecting their retirement benefits. Currently, a retired teacher would not be able to receive the retirement benefits that they currently draw if they return to work in the school district. Carver said that the proposed bill will allow retired teachers to be rehired at the same pay as a beginning teacher would without affecting those benefits. And he's working with lawmakers and state officials in Raleigh to see about potential impacts the bill could have on the state's budget, but hoping to fill those vacancies with teachers who already have experience. So looking forward to seeing that happen, and hopefully we can get some new maybe some good teachers back in.
Returning. Yeah.
Experience counts.
Yeah.
Age is not a restriction. It actually is a bonus. It
Yeah.
is, I'm sorry. It is true. The lens of experience adds a lot. And I'm hopeful that some of these retired teachers will take up on that, because we need good teachers and we need experience in the classroom. So.
All right. Well, we're going to talk to the Mooresville Downtown Commission when we come back from break right here on Heart Mooresville.
Y'all come back here.
Stick around. More Heart Mooresville with host Christine Patterson and Don Smyle is coming up on WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, my forecast is that most of us will have spring fever by the end of this week. Plenty of sunshine. We'll climb up to around 70 for our Tuesday afternoon, only dropping back into the upper 30s overnight, so chilly, but not super cold. Approaching the low 70s again with plenty of sunshine heading into our Wednesday. Our next rain chance, although a quick one, and likely not much rain, comes Thursday afternoon into Thursday evening. That's your forecast with the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Listen, save, enjoy. The WSIC app, available now in your app store.
Here's your WSIC community calendar. Join the Statesville Chamber of Commerce on Wednesday, February 26th for a night of celebration and recognition with the rescheduled annual Sage Awards for Statesville area growth and excellence. The event honors individuals and organizations that have made significant impacts on the community. The rescheduled Sage Awards begins at 6 p.m. Wednesday, February 26th at the Statesville Civic Center. Visit statesvillechamber.org for your tickets. Bin 110 in Cornelius presents live music Thursday through Saturday. Simple Soul, Vinyl Live, and Chasing Phoenix headline 3 straight nights of live performances. Visit bin110.com for more information and their full upcoming music schedule. We'll see you this weekend at Bin 110. Saturday night, the 500 Club in Statesville presents live music with Blackwater Revival. Blackwater Revival presents their performance of high energy and hard-driving classic rock music from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Enjoy live music at 6 p.m. Saturday at the 500 Club. The Daily STEAM program at Charlotte Motor Speedway offers student groups a fun and educational experience like no other. Students will relate motorsports to core principles of science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. Kids will experience force, motion, energy, and engineering through hands-on stations. Morning and afternoon sessions are available to accommodate school schedules. Visit charlottemotorspeedway.com for more information on the Daily STEAM programs for students. To keep up with all the events happening around the community and much more, including amazing local deals, download the WSIC News app today.
Morrow Fest 2025, presented by Window World, returns April 24th through the 27th in Wilkesboro, North Carolina. Hear the Avett Brothers, Bonnie Raitt, The Dead South, Watch House, Wyatt Floors, I'm With Her, Leftover Salmon, The Warren Treaty, The Steel Drivers, and many more. For tickets, visit morrowfest.org.
Mooresville, how we feeling? Good. Welcome back to Heart Mooresville on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC. Local starts here.
All right, welcome back to Heart Mooresville on WSIC. I'm your host, Smyle. I'm Christine Patterson, and we have 2 awesome guests from the Downtown Commission, Kim Atkins and Meg Morrow, and we're going to talk with them about the work that the commission does and some things people may not know. Because as Christine mentioned, you're not just event planners. There's a lot going on, right?
There is a lot going on.
So, Kim, I guess a good way to start this is kind of give us the Clip Notes version of Kim and, how you got involved in the Downtown Commission.
It's a long and winding road.
Cue the music.
Yeah, right. So I worked in corporate America. My background is in printing management, and I worked in corporate America. And one year over the holidays, I decided I no longer wanted to work in corporate America. And so I started a business with my mother-in-law on Main Street in downtown Mooresville. She had a business. She was born and raised in Tampa, and she'd had a business for decades in Tampa. And so we opened our business in the spring of 2004. Main Street was very different than it is today. And then during the Great Recession, as it was later named, we had to close. Our sales dropped 50% in 6 months.
Wow.
And so we very much felt it. We weren't a business that had anything anybody needed. And at the time, I was serving on the board of directors for the Mooresville Downtown Commission. It is a nonprofit 501c4 working board, and I was serving on the board. So in closing my business, I resigned from the board since I no longer had a business or property in downtown. And a few months later, the executive director that had been with the commission for a long time announced his retirement, and I made some calls around to people I had met across the state about what the job entailed and applied for the position. And here we are just a few years later.
A few years. Nice. And what about you, Megan?
Well, actually, I'm a native of Mooresville and have a long history in downtown Mooresville. Yeah, my family had the original Chevy dealership on Broad Street in downtown Mooresville. When I was 18 years old, I was over there washing cars or selling cars as I was directed. And I also worked for Peggy Pop on Main Street, selling shoes back in the day, in high school and college. So
you're drenched in Mooresville history, just and then dripping.
So when I came back to the area in 1995, I actually, Main Street was very different at that time, and I ended up kind of connecting with the Downtown Commissioning and serving on their board for 8 years before an opportunity came up part-time opportunity for an outreach and events coordinator, and I was in between things, and I was like, this is perfect, and it's right up my alley. And clearly, if I had been serving on the board for that many years, I had a passion for what they did downtown, and so that's kind of how I landed there.
Okay, absolutely.
Right back where it started.
Well, you all certainly have a lot going on. Before we get into all the things, tell us a little bit about the organization in general, what its purpose is.
So the organization was created in the late 80s. It had some significant people in the community that saw a need for support for downtown. If you think about the late 80s and the 90s, a lot of people were moving to strip malls or to malls, and so downtown was struggling. And so our organization supports our small businesses. We do hold events, and that's what most of the community would kind of say, oh, that's what that organization does. But there's a lot of work that happens with the property owners. Maybe they're redeveloping their building and they need some connections with the town of Mooresville. Who should I talk to about this or that? And so we provide a lot of support to the property owners. The businesses, for example, last year we came up with a new promotion, not an event, but a promotion where consumers can come and shop late the second Thursday of the month. And so that's just a way for people who work 9 to 5, say, and they can't necessarily get to the retailer they want to stop in before they close. And so, just various things to attract visitors. We've used some cell phone data that shows we've got about 1.6 million people coming into downtown Mooresville annually. And we do have a tax district around a small portion, the historic core of downtown. And those property owners pay an additional tax. And so that's the area that we are financially responsible to support and promote and things like that.
So what do you consider downtown? What are your geographic boundaries for that description of downtown commission?
So it's an invisible line that nobody in the world knows about except for the people that have to know about it.
Okay, good. All right.
So, obviously downtown is, the Moore Park baseball field up to, North Main Street and some of the businesses up there. Our geographic boundary is McClellan Avenue up to Institute, where Fire Station number 1 is. And so if you look at our website and you look at the shopping and dining pages on our website, the businesses within those boundaries will be listed there.
Cool.
Yeah. And like you said, you're not just, planning events to get foot traffic downtown. I mean, you're kind of full service support for these businesses. I mean, that really shape what the downtown looks like in the future and certainly has over the last 10 years. I mean, we can see how downtown has evolved for the good the last 10 years. And a lot of that, is about kind of how you approach what businesses, you're trying to attract to move into these storefronts, negotiating with property owners, working with property owners to make sure that things are cleaned up, and working with downtown beautification and historic preservation, and, making sure their needs are met from that standpoint, but also marketing the downtown area as a tourist attraction, really. So it's really all these things into one, but events also is part of it.
Yes.
So tell us about the events that you have coming up.
Well, I guess one of the big events that we have coming up is the North Carolina Main Street Conference. We are getting ready to host that at the Charles Mack Citizen Center. That will be the largest conference that has been in downtown Mooresville to date.
Woohoo!
I say to date because we're hoping that there's many more to follow of this level.
There has to be one for others to follow, right?
Yes, so we are ready to get it started. That's part of what we do too. But we will be hosting that on March 11th, 12th, and 13th, and when we will have 18 Main Street we will have Main Street directors coming from all over North Carolina. Some from Virginia will come, South Carolina, Tennessee, surrounding states. Yeah, thanks. Surrounding states, and we're just real excited to have that there. This is we are a trickle down of the Department of Commerce. This whole program, the Main Street program, comes from a federal level, then at a state level, and we've worked really hard to become an accredited program in the Main Street program, and so we're able to do this because we've worked so hard for the past.
So, what is the purpose of that, or what is the goal that you hope to get out of that? conference?
Oh, well, not only to highlight our downtown and all the great things that we have going on in our community and the Charles Mack Citizen Center, but also there will be an economic impact. We predict of over $1 million to the area.
Yeah.
You've got folks coming, they need a hotel to stay in. They're going to go out to the shops and the restaurants.
Right.
And then, you just come to Mooresville once, and what we typically see is that people want to come back to Mooresville more once they're here again. So, just the economic impact, the hit that we may see just from this 1, 3, or 4 day period, I think will be something that actually stimulates.
Economic impact, I think, is one of those things that's really not understood, but how important it really is to the lifeblood of any business, but certainly, a community, a town like Mooresville. We've undertaken some studies in the Parks and Recreation side aimed at understanding that too, because I don't think people really understand the economic impact that Parks and Recreation has on Mooresville in terms of people coming here for large-scale tournaments and some of the things that go on in our larger parks. Christine likes to talk about heads and beds. We pulled some data, and last year we had 1.4 million individual visits to our park system, representing just over 400,000 people. Yeah. So if you take out the fact that we only have 60-some-odd thousand people in Mooresville, okay, that's another 300,000 people that are coming from somewhere else to visit Mooresville, to your point. And the economic impact of that is significant. And I think it's part of the story that we are attempting to tell from a Parks and Recreation perspective, because it helps the public understand that parks are important, not only for lifestyle and the mental health aspects and all those things, but from an economic development perspective and the impact that we have. And it helps us to tell that story, justify funding, all the things that we need to continue. So
absolutely.
If you think about people taking a day trip, even from, we had a meeting in Belmont, and then you're reminded how close this other community is. But if a family takes a day trip to come to Liberty Park, it's a great park. It's catching people's attention. They're probably going to have some lunch and, or buy some sodas.
Right.
And so sales tax are generated, gas tax if they fill up their car in Mooresville, and all the things.
All the things, as we like to say.
Right. So part of what we're trying to do too is support what you guys are doing in Parks and Rec, and then supplement that with, like, when they have a break. As a former soccer mom, when you have that lunch break or that break between the games and you're playing 2 games a day, well, we're trying to make downtown be the place that maybe they want to come down and take and check out and find out.
Right.
Yeah, I love that. Well, I think getting to host the Main Street Conference is a pretty significant achievement in itself. So, is there a certain criteria that you have to meet, or what does that process look like to be able to host it?
There is, as Megan mentioned. So Main Street America is the federal program, and then there's the North Carolina Main Street program that falls under the Department of Commerce. So the organization that's going to host the conference has to be accredited. So you have to have that Main Street America accreditation in order to even apply to host the conference. And so we worked hard at it for many years. A lot of it is just making sure you're documenting the work you're doing. We were doing the work, we just weren't necessarily always documenting. And so getting that documentation organized and submitted, and we've been accredited now for 3 years, and hoping to be accredited again next year. But we had to have that in order to host the conference.
Okay.
And then, of course, the large enough facility like the Charles Mack Citizen Center.
Nice. Well, we're going to talk more about the conference when we come back from break, but lots to talk about. We'll be right back here on WSIC News. Heart Mooresville.
There's more I Heart Mooresville on the way from 105.9 100.7 WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, my forecast is that most of us will have spring fever by the end of this week. Plenty of sunshine. Climb up to around 70 for our Tuesday afternoon, only dropping back into the upper 30s overnight. So chilly, but not super cold. Approaching the low 70s again with plenty of sunshine heading into our Wednesday. Our next rain chance, although a quick one, and likely not much rain, comes Thursday afternoon into Thursday evening. That's your forecast with the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Craving a taste of Italy? At Pomodoro's, we serve up scratch-made comfort with every bite. From our hand-tossed pizzas to classic pasta dishes, it's the perfect place to gather your family or just treat yourself. Visit Pomodoros.com for menus and hours. Your table's waiting.
Year-end specials, Randy Marion Chevrolet in Statesville. How about this for a bargain? 2024 Chevrolet Equinoxes. These are the LT models as low as $22,770. We have got over 25 of these vehicles in stock. You pick the color, drive it home today. That is a Randy Marion Chevrolet in Statesville special. Again, $22,770. $22,770. Only a couple thousand miles on these vehicles. Come see them today. Randy Marion Chevrolet in Statesville.
Hi, this is Bob McIntosh with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Since 1997, we have been committed to providing our clients with competent, caring, and experienced legal services. Learn more at McIntoshLawFirm.com.
If you're a builder and you haven't went to Little Shaver's Wood Shop, you're missing all types of lumber products, hard to find woods and paneling materials that are in stock and ready to help you conquer anything the job throws your way. Locally owned, Little Shaver's Wood Shop has a friendly, knowledgeable staff to get you in, out, and on with your day. Little Shaver's Wood Shop, 3301 Salisbury Highway in Statesville. Little Shaver's Wood Shop, LILshavers.com.
Home of the best talk.
WSIC. Local starts here.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Telehealth company Hims & Hers, whose sales have exploded thanks to its offerings of copycat versions of Wegovy and Ozempic, now confirms it will stop selling them. It follows the FDA's announcement last Friday declaring an end to the shortage of treatments, which allowed for temporary manufacture by other companies. Hims & Hers says it will continue making and selling personalized versions of the treatments, which by law require they be at least 10% different than the originals. The stock is tumbling 27%. Although the FDA has ended the weight loss drug shortage, Big Pharma still fears the cheaper alternatives small compounding pharmacies are allowed to offer. Today, Eli Lilly says it's reducing the cost of its 2.5 and 5 milligram vials of Zepbound by $50 each, meaning $349 for the smaller dose and $499 for the bigger one. Shares of Eli Lilly are rising 2%. Wall Street's main indexes flat to lower. Dow right at break even. Nasdaq losing 1.5%. S&P 500 down almost 1%. Andrew O'Day, Bloomberg Radio.
Home of the best talk.
WSIC. Local starts here.
All things Mooresville to keep you in the Noseville. Join in the conversation by calling 844-STUDIO-4. Now back to the show.
Welcome back to Heart Mooresville here on WSIC News. We're talking with Kim Atkins and Megan Morrow of the Mooresville Downtown Commission about the 2025 North Carolina Main Street Conference coming up March 11th through 13th. The theme of the conference is Main Street, creating livable, lovable communities. I love that. Mm-hmm. I feel like we have a livable, lovable community.
We have a very livable, lovable community.
Yes.
We do. We've actually used that slogan. It's so funny that we're hosting the conference. The state chooses the theme. That's the theme they chose this year. But we've used that "Live It, Love It" slogan for years downtown, and
I feel like they should use. I feel like they should use a picture of downtown Mooresville on the brochure, or whatever. Because to me, that's what small town America looks like. That is a downtown, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
That streetscape in downtown Mooresville is just epic.
It is. It's small town USA. Yeah. You know, it is. Expecting almost. Or just under potentially could be 800 people.
Correct, yeah.
Over 2.5 days, 800 people approximately.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. Lots of movement going to be going on in the downtown area that week.
Yes.
People are going to be going out, eating and shopping.
And that's the other aspect of the conference of why do you want to host it? It is because it's North Carolina Main Street program. They build in, for example, there's a 2-hour lunch block. They want people to go out and shop in our businesses and eat dinner in our community. And, it's a Tuesday through Thursday. So it's days that they aren't necessarily, it's not the busiest day of the week for our businesses. And so we hope this brings a good economic impact.
Right. Any plans to decorate downtown? Especially because like we do for the holidays and stuff like that, we're going to do any kind of cool.
It will be spruced up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They've been working hard.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
So what are your plans? Like, what do you plan on showing off? What will the conference attendees see about Mooresville? What are you showcasing?
So the state fills in speakers and breakout sessions, and so it's a learning opportunity for people. There's going to be a speaker from Cary. There's going to be a speaker from Pittsburgh and a speaker from Colorado. So we'll have people from all over the country coming in. But then we locally had to come up with tours. And so we'll have a tour of Liberty Park and Mill One, because those two projects happened at about the same time. In my opinion, once Liberty Park happened, the Mill One developers saw that, this amazing park was being built and there was an opportunity there. We're going to look at the ghost murals in downtown Mooresville and some of our upper floor residential. D.E. Turner, 125-year business. I mean, where do you find that?
Right. That's amazing.
Yeah, so we'll have tours that highlight things very specific to Mooresville. We're going to do a maker's tour for some of our businesses.
That's my favorite, the maker's tour.
I like
we
that.
don't realize there's so many makers in downtown Mooresville.
Yeah.
We have people making spirits. We have people making frames. We have people making bags and clothes downtown. I'm sure I'm skipping over something here, but there's such
distilling, brewery,
the brewery,
light manufacturing,
high
and then we have custom jewelry. We have people that take vintage items and use a piece of 3 vintage items to make something new, and so we're really excited to highlight that uniqueness.
So, are the downtown businesses participating in the conference? Have they been invited, or are they allowed to come? Or how are they being involved in this?
So the businesses are, if they want to attend the conference, they can sign up to attend. There is a cost, of course, for the conference that is all managed at the state level.
Sure.
But our businesses are also being invited to, if they want to give away a free sample or if they want to offer a discount, any way to try and get their name out there to 800 people who know nothing about them.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, that's cool.
And so we've got, there'll be, of course, a swag bag for the conference attendees, and there'll be a little booklet in there highlighting those businesses that want to offer something.
Can Parks and Rec drop something in that swag bag?
Like?
Sure.
I don't know.
Diamonds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Diamonds.
Gemmed right from Mooresville Park.
That's right.
One of our parks.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's so great. See, connecting. I love it. So obviously that week will be crazy. Lots of visitors that we'll have in our downtown area. And then right after that, you're going straight into Shamrocks and Shenanigans.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to have any break? Like
we'll have
12 hours?
24 hours, maybe.
24 hours.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to it. Our Shamrocks and Shenanigan event has kind of become a signature event for downtown. And we have a Irish band coming, Burrow Byrne coming from Raleigh in. We're going to have the Conic Reed Irish dancers doing
I love Irish
performances.
dancing.
I know.
It's so cool.
I love Shamrocks.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
It's one of my favorite events.
Everybody's in green. Then we'll have the Mooresville Fire and Rescue Pipe Band
Yes.
rolling around at different places playing too. It's going to be a lot of fun. Food trucks, bands, music, and then
Green beer?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And
For
then if you
sure.
want to participate, we do have a limited number of Mooresville Downtown Commission Shamrock scarves. And if you buy a ticket, there's special tasting, kind of a bar crawl aspect to it. If you want to participate, you don't have to participate in that to come down and enjoy the festivities. But if you do, there's their signature downtown Shamrocks and Shenanigans scarf, and you'll get a pin. And then there's 7 locations that'll have special tastings. And you will also get a pin at those locations as well.
Nice. I have to get a scarf this year. I didn't.
Oh, the scarves are really
I know.
cool
this year.
We're
Oh,
excited. Can you
okay.
tell we both do
Yeah,
that?
yeah, I love it.
I'm gonna get one. So that is March 16th.
No,
15th.
Right,
15th.
15th.
Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday
I
the
told
15th.
someone wrong.
Yeah, we're excited. And that's Saturday 3 to 8 p.m. So
3 to 8 p.m.
Yeah.
And people can park. I always ask, where do people park?
well, they park where they park when they come downtown. They park in our lots that are surrounding in the area. There's a lot of public parking. If you go to our website, you can click on the link about parking, and you can find out where the exact parking spot parking is.
Right.
But we're
There's
also
a Google Map link
there's a
on
Google
there.
Map link.
But
Yeah,
a lot of public parking off of Church Street and Broad Street.
Yep. There's lots of public parking downtown.
There
Just
Mm-hmm.
might not be right you know, 2 feet away, but lots of parking spaces.
So, you talked about when you got involved in kind of the evolution of the Downtown Commission and downtown itself and where it is now. What do you see as the future? What's the vision for downtown Mooresville? I'm asking for lots of friends.
That's a very good question.
So, I think when even, serving on the board before I worked for the Mooresville Downtown Commission, our joke was, we're going to get this train moving because the tracks literally run through our downtown.
Right.
Yeah.
And then anybody can hop on at any time and help. And, we're just going to keep this train moving. And so part of that evolution is you've got to have some entertainment and evening and nightlife to your downtown. We had a property owner and business owner that owned a bar, and he said, Kim, sometimes I come out here at 9:00 at night and it's just dead. And I looked at him because when I had my business, you walked out my door at 5 p.m. and it was dead. And I'm like, well, we've gained 4 hours, so we're making progress, right?
That's right.
So you've got to have some of that entertainment, and it doesn't always have to be a bar. We actually don't have that many bars, but you've got to have an evening activity, entertainment, a connection to Liberty Park. That it was so important when that park was redone to really connect it to our downtown because it used to be right there and had no connectivity. It didn't offer anything to downtown, even though it's right there.
Right.
And talk a little bit about Moore Avenue and pedestrian, because that's helping, I think, connect a little bit, right?
Oh yeah, they have made the town made the Moore Avenue a pedestrian plaza of sorts, and there's lights running across the street between the buildings, between the Charles Mack and the Lineberger building, and it's just every day there's something new going. I think there's some furniture going in there today that I saw.
That's awesome.
Yes, I did. We've been anxiously awaiting that, but it'll be a beautiful kind of pedestrian plaza that will kind of welcome people from Main Street down into Liberty Park and vice versa from Liberty Park up into Main Street to come, Main Street and beyond down to Broad Street to come and explore, and just kind of making a little bit more pedestrian, friendly,
feels
walkable places where people can kind of go, sit, rest, hang out, visit with their friends, and making downtown more of a gathering community place.
Yeah, I feel like that causeway, thoroughfare, whatever you want to call it, it needs that cool name, right? Need to call it like the Liberty Connector or the Liberty Plaza or
Liberty Lane.
Liberty Lane. something that connects it to the park and the downtown.
Yeah.
Because then in the mindset, people start to think, well, there's something else, right? And you're right. Liberty Park is this crown jewel, and it really that avenue does connect those assets to downtown.
And that's the other thing about a downtown is you have to make it interesting and creative enough that people want to go what's around the corner.
Explore.
And they want to explore, and they don't just feel like they're at a dead end and, okay, time to go to the car. Like, the more they can linger, the better. And then I'll just quickly add the phase 2 of Moore Avenue will actually add some streetscapes and widen sidewalks and additional outdoor furniture from all the way from Church over to Academy Street. So better connecting to Mitchell Community College and those students. And so that begins, I believe, this summer. And so, again, it's just offering additional gathering spaces and spots for people to linger and feel connected in their community and to
of course,
neighbors.
the parking deck is coming, and so that, will help at some point down the road, which is something that's long overdue. And, that whole area is just going to look completely different here in about 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Right?
Lots going on.
Sure.
All right. We'll be right back.
As local as Mooresville. Christine Patterson and Don Smyle host Heart Mooresville on 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Well, my forecast is that most of us will have spring fever by the end of this week. Plenty of sunshine. Climb up to around 70 for our Tuesday afternoon. Only dropping back into the upper 30s overnight, so chilly, but not super cold. Approaching the low 70s again with plenty of sunshine heading into our Wednesday. Our next rain chance, although a quick one, And likely not much rain comes Thursday afternoon into Thursday evening. That's your forecast with the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. Join the Statesville Chamber of Commerce on Wednesday, February 26th for a night of celebration and recognition with the rescheduled annual Sage Awards for Statesville area growth and excellence. The event honors individuals and organizations that have made significant impacts on the community. The rescheduled Sage Awards begins at 6 p.m. Wednesday, February 26th at the Statesville Civic Center. Visit statesvillechamber.org for your tickets. Bin 110 in Cornelius presents live music Thursday through Saturday. Simple Soul, Vinyl Live, and Chasing Phoenix headline 3 straight nights of live performances. Visit bin110.com for more information and their full upcoming music schedule. We'll see you this weekend at Bin 110. Saturday night, the 500 Club in Statesville presents live music with Blackwater Revival. Blackwater Revival presents their performance of high energy and hard-driving classic rock music from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Enjoy live music at 6 p.m. Saturday at the 500 Club. The Daily STEAM program at Charlotte Motor Speedway offers student groups a fun and educational experience like no other. Students will relate motorsports to core principles of science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. Kids will experience force, motion, energy, and engineering through hands-on stations. Morning and afternoon sessions are available to accommodate school schedules. Visit charlottemotorspeedway.com for more information on the Daily STEAM programs for students. To keep up with all the events happening around the community and much more, including amazing local deals, download the WSIC News app today.
Morrow Fest 2025 presented by Window World returns April 24th through the 27th in Wilkesboro, North Carolina. Hear the Avett Brothers, Bonnie Raitt, The Dead South, Watch House, Wyatt Floors, I'm With Her, Leftover Salmon, The Warren Treaty, The Steel Drivers, and many more. For tickets, visit merlefest.org.
I Heart Mooresville. Ooh, we should put that on a t-shirt. Sorry, New York. 105.9, 100.7 WSIC. Local starts here.
All right, welcome back to Heart Mooresville here on WSIC. We've had a rousing and interesting discussion with the Mooresville Downtown Commission, and it makes me hungry. Lunch is around the corner.
He's always hungry.
I'm always hungry, and none of our guests ever bring any food. I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
So, speaking of food, though, you have a big event coming up, so let's talk very quickly about that. Tell me.
Well, we were talking earlier a little bit about Shamrocks and Shenanigans, which will go on March 15th. But we also, in April, just to look ahead and buckle up, folks, we also, the first Saturday of April, April 5th, from 5 to 8:30 p.m., we'll have our first food truck festival. In downtown Mooresville, we'll have 15-plus food trucks down there, and we will be having the Inspire Band come join us that day. So we're kicking it off with a really fun entertainment source, and we're really looking forward to that. That'll be great.
Yeah, those are fun.
Inspire, not I-N.
Oh, Inspire. Okay.
Gotcha.
Yes.
All right.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Yep, we'll
I
be
like it.
So
rocking it out with them.
people learn more about the Downtown Commission? Give us all the deets.
www.downtownmooresville.com. We do have our events. We have signature events. There's a year-long calendar. And then you can also click on the shopping and dining tabs and see where you might want to eat if you're hungry or shop.
Are you on the socials?
We
Oh,
are
absolutely.
on the socials, the Facebook and the Instagrams.
Okay.
All the grams.
All the
And the
grams.
books.
Okay.
If you come downtown too, you'll probably see in some of the store window fronts we have an app, and if you can also go on to the website at downtownmooresville.com, and you can see the information about the app there. And sometimes as you enter into the area, it'll show you some specials that the different businesses downtown are having.
Offering.
So
All
Pushes.
your downtown
Pushes. They're pushing information. Yes.
Notifications.
Yes. Sharing.
Well, before we get into
Yes, Carrie.
all the news that's going on in Parks and Recreation and Mooresville Arts and Events, we love playing games on this show. Will you play a game with us?
Okay.
Okay, it's rapid fire questions.
First thing comes to mind.
What you have to do is say the first thing that comes to your mind. Yep. When we ask you the question, what we'll do is we'll take turns. So we'll take turns, and then you take turns. So you'll ask him, I'll ask Megan, and then we're just gonna rapid fire away.
Well, I think when we ask the question, they should each answer. And then you can do the second question. They each answer. Let's do that.
So everybody answers every question. Okay. We got to be quick. All
Is
right.
this about food?
It's about everything.
It's all the things.
Everything.
All the things.
things.
All right,
Okay.
just keep it
First
clean.
question. All right. If you had to describe downtown Mooresville in one word, what would it be?
Happening.
Awesome and what?
Happening.
Happening. Okay. We'll do. I like that. It's happening downtown, right? Okay.
All right. So, what is your favorite local business to grab coffee or a quick bite?
I can't choose one.
I know. That's a bad question.
Don, you
It's a
just
dead-
set me
I
up.
didn't write these questions. Oh, as
Y'all
soon as it
just
came out of my
tried to
mouth,
set
I
us
was like,
Any business in downtown.
yeah. I was like, as soon as that came out of my mouth, I thought, oh my God, that's like choosing children. You can't do that.
Any
Okay.
of our coffee shops in downtown Mooresville
are all amazing.
Next question. Yay.
What's the best kept secret in downtown Mooresville?
Ooh, okay, rapid fire.
Mm-hmm.
Where to park?
Ooh, I like that. I like
Yeah.
that.
I think that's a fair one.
Yeah. There's lots of parking, and it's a secret.
No.
No, it's not a secret.
You know, as we say, it could be a walking problem, not a parking problem.
It is.
All right. Next question. Night out or early morning stroll in downtown Mooresville?
Night out.
Yeah, definitely the night out. Absolutely.
All right.
Although when I say night out, that's probably like 6 p.m.
Yeah.
I feel you.
I might stay out a little later.
What is your favorite MDC event that you do?
I think my favorite has become the Shamrocks because I
Same.
came
Yeah.
on. Yeah, I came on a year ago and I was really, really nervous that it wasn't like no one's going to show up, and then there were so many people in
I
this
have that
sea
fear,
of
too.
green,
Like 8,000
Yeah,
in
and
green.
So,
Yeah.
and it's like, but that one is really fun, and you know, my name is Megan, so
Yeah.
it might be a little Irish.
And you
in
have
my
red
blood.
hair.
Yes.
So
Little Irish going on.
Yeah.
you need to put on one of those outfits and do the dance.
Oh, I used to kind of know how to do that dance, but
That's-
I won't have that
River
outfit on. But I will.
That's so
I will
cool.
be festive that
It's so
day,
cool.
for sure.
Yeah. All right. What's one thing people would be surprised to learn about you?
I can answer that.
Okay,
A lot of
answer
people.
Let's
that,
okay.
Yeah.
Then you
For
do each other.
her.
Do each other.
There you
So
go.
for her, we recently had a meetup with our downtown business, like a networking
Yeah.
after hours kind of thing, and the majority of them in there were some of the new ones were surprised to find out that Kim was actually an entrepreneur herself and had a business in downtown herself. So when you go to help people and serve as a liaison and a resource for them and build that economic development downtown, she has a background in it.
Yeah,
she's
she's
been
been
there. She
there.
understands owning your
Yes.
own business because that is one hard thing.
Been in
Yeah.
the trenches.
I like
Okay.
that.
What would
Oh, you
people be
answered for
surprised
Megan.
at Megan?
I think most people don't, because there's so few of them, most people don't realize that Megan is born and raised in Mooresville and
Yes.
has the family ties to specifically right in downtown Mooresville,
Business.
the building with the
Right.
Coca-Cola mural
Yeah.
on
Right.
it. You know, Megan
Yeah.
basically grew up in that building.
You're a unicorn. 'Cause
Kind of. That's
Mooresville-
what someone
yeah.
has said to me before
Yeah.
too. But yeah.
There's not a lot of them left, and it's important, you know?
All right.
is.
Final question.
All right, last question. Last question. Favorite outdoor activity in Mooresville?
In Mooresville, Liberty Park, with my granddaughter.
I like to walk, yeah. And so I walk
Yeah.
through downtown because I live close to downtown. So I walk all over the place. I mean, I walk about 4 miles a day if I can. So
We have a pretty
all through there,
scape.
through Liberty, into
Yeah.
downtown, all around.
That's the thing that's
Yeah.
great about Mooresville downtown is its walkability. It's,
Yeah.
It
it's
is.
very pedestrian friendly. It's easy to walk, and there's a lot of cool stuff to see.
Yeah.
So
We
Well,
did
thank
a
you.
scooter and walk the other day. My
Oh.
granddaughter and I got her new scooter and walked about a mile around downtown, and she loves it too.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for playing. Yay.
Thanks.
You
I don't know
won.
I don't know if I
You
was
didn't win
rapid
anything,
fire, but
It was medium fire. Okay? Medium fire questions. All right, Don, what's going on in Parks and Rec Land?
Well, first, I just want to thank all of our exhibitors and attendees to the Summer Camp Expo, the first annual Summer Camp Expo that we had at the Charles Mack Citizen Center. Huge success, a lot of positive feedback. I think the community learned a lot about other opportunities from a parks camp perspective. There are a lot of organizations out there that offer camps and children's activities. And so, you know, it's not always necessarily that Mooresville Parks and Recreation is going to have the space or the thing that you're looking for. And so big shout out to Latasha and her team and the Recreation Division for pulling that idea together to say, well, let's show them the other things that are available.
Yeah,
and
they did a great job.
We had a lot of great feedback. A lot of people attended, so very excited about that. So I anticipate we will have a second annual one next year.
Oh, yes. I think we have to now.
But along the same lines, spring break camps are coming. And so they range from skateboarding to arts and crafts, traditional sports, and they're all packed with fun activities that will encourage your child to be creative and moving. So go to mooresvillerecreation.org to learn all about our spring break camps. But summer camp registration, as I just mentioned, is coming. And so resident registration opens on March 10th at 9 a.m. Non-resident registration opens March 12th at 9 a.m. So again, go to mooresvillerecreation.org to learn more and mark your calendars. So again, March 10th for residents, non-residents are March 12th. And you can also go to our admin office on 750 West Iredale Avenue, which is the old police office, and register in person. And then I want to mention a couple things that we have going on for kids. We have a great program called Little Hands, Tiny Feet. And it's a 30-minute class that encourages creativity in the little ones through 3 theme-based activities, including drawing, painting, coloring, and crafting. And that's at War Memorial Recreation Center Monday and Wednesdays. Again, go to mooresvillerecreation.org or call the center directly to learn more. And then if you're looking to, peace out a little bit, we have a yoga. So if you look, yes, we need a little calmness in these times. But anyway.
What day and time is that?
This is also at the War Memorial Recreation Center, just across from our favorite park, Liberty. Wednesdays from 5:45 to 6:30 p.m. Very convenient. You can just walk right over there from your office and get your yoga on. So just a few other things going on in Parks and Recreation. Let me look very quickly here at page 2. Let's see. Walking socials. Again, this is another opportunity if you want to get your exercise on. Join us for a leisurely stroll through downtown Mooresville. It begins at Liberty Park, and we'll walk for 1 mile. So that begins Liberty Park Wednesdays from 10 to 11 a.m. So you can just drop in Wednesdays from 10 to 11 and go for a mile walk. Get your steps in.
Nice.
Make your Fitbit happy.
Lots going on. And then, of course, Mooresville Arts and Events, the hub of all things community and engagement. We have your engagement opportunities in March. It is the season of events. So March 22nd, Mooresville Day is coming up, 12 to 4 p.m. We've got a kazoo band, okay? So you can't miss that. We've got interactive street performers. We've got rides, games, activities, all the things. Artisan market with 50-plus crafters. So come enjoy all the fun things there is to do at Mooresville Day. School mascot dance competition. That's my favorite part. They're going to be throwing down in front of the stage this year to see what school takes home the trophy. So all things, you can find out all the things going on more at mooresvilleevents.com. And then we will close out the Our Town Stage Entertainment Series at the Jovi Knox Auditorium in April with the Dolly Parton tribute show, the #1 Dolly Parton tribute show in the U.S., the only show that is recognized by Dolly Parton herself. You can get your tickets at mooresvilleevents.com. Yeah. It's going to be a great Dolly show. I'm excited.
Tickets on sale yet?
Tickets are almost gone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. We those shows sell out really fast. People love seeing shows in Jovi Knox.
It's a great
so-
auditorium. It is a great space.
Mooresville Day again. What day, time? We're going to get the deets because you have to come.
Yes.
You have to come.
You really do. It is 12 to 4, downtown Mooresville, March 22nd. Parking, event map, all of that is on mooresvilleevents.com. And then same for the Our Town Stage Entertainment Series for the Dolly Show. You can find out all of that on mooresvilleevents.com.
All right. Well, thank you, ladies, for coming. We appreciate you sharing everything downtown Mooresville, and we appreciate you listening here on Heart Mooresville and WSIC. Have a great week. We will talk to you next week.